Hey guys, Katsuma Gaming here. We just got a lot of news and I'm excited to actually share them all with you. So let's get right into it. First up, we start in the official Discord and we see that we get a maintenance starting tomorrow. And there are a few big things in there. First up, of course, we get 300 quartz for free just for the maintenance being completed. Then we get new stages and difficulties added, so this probably means new story chapter, more export quests, aka more chances to actually get the crystals. Then we get new content branch added, I will talk about it in a second. Then the revised character's name from Lori to Lolisa. That's right, they fixed Nexon's mistake and actually make her named Lolisa. Thank freaking God, Sessysoft. Thank you so much. No longer can I get comments of people saying, hey, you pronounce her wrong. She's called Lori, not Lolisa. No, she's now officially called Lolisa. We're safe, boys. We're safe. That's so good. Issue that the screen rotation is fixed, really good. Then, another big thing, we get now a logout button in the menu title screen. With that, you don't need to delete your app after you transfer an account. So if you play on 2 devices, you just need to log out on one of the devices, log into the other device, and after you're done there, you log out there, and then you can just log in on your previous device again. No longer any shenanigans needed, no longer needed to delete the file. You could just play on 2 devices easily like that. That's really good, and I saw a lot of people complaining about it, so good for you guys that you actually can do that. Also, they fixed finally the issue with the death sentence debuff, so that's good for future arenas, I guess. But so these are the official information that we got so far. Now you probably just ask, what are the branches events? And if people in the chat don't spot it already, I'm going to show you something real quick. Oh, we actually called them side quests in JP since we didn't know what they actually are. And these are just, in theory, 2 side events that can trigger by literally doing anything. It can trigger after you collect your rewards, after you collect your daily missions, after you did a stage, after you did the event boss. Pretty much any action can trigger it. And the 2 events that we get right from the start is Cabbage collecting and Megu Explosion Stroll. These are, by the way, the not official translations. We need to wait for them, but for now I'm just calling them how we called them in JP. Cabbage collection is pretty fun. You maybe seen a video about it on my channel already. If not, you know, maybe check my live streams, then I can show it to you. That's pretty cool. In that quest, you need to hunt cabbages. And there are a few really cool or funny interactions in there. First up, there are 3 different kind of cabbages. There are like bad ones, there are normal ones, and there are golden ones. And the appearance rate of them depends on your character's luck. So for example, if you run Aqua for this quest, you will never see any gold cabbages. If you run characters like Kazuma, Chris, who have high luck rate, the chances of getting golden cabbages is higher. So team composition here is really interesting and allows for a few funny different things. The cabbages have fixed HP, aka the low rarity ones have 1 HP. I think the normal ones have, was it 2? And then the golden one have like 10 HP. And instead of doing a normal damage, it depends on what skill or damage thing you use. We have a text here to explain it pretty simple. If you use a basic skill, you do 1 damage. A single target skill will do 3 damage. AoE skills will do 1 damage. A single target ult will do 6 damage, the number you're missing. AoE ultis will do 2 damage to everyone. An assist skill, for example, Hamsuke will do 1 damage. And counter skills, aka, for example, Casualia, if the enemies hit you, you will deal 1 damage back to them. So, for example, you have a wave with low rarity enemies. You need to decide if you have counter, do you want to wait for them to attack you, knock themselves out, and save your action, or do you want to kill them to get more gauge to get your ulti ready? You see, there's a few things in there that's pretty interesting. Also, one thing to note, gold cabbages actually have a chance to run away. So make sure you probably finish them. And it also means that slows are really, really good versus them. Here again is the sentence. If Akira in a party, the rate of encouraging novel common letters is increased and the rate of gold is significantly reduced. So maybe they can actually appear a golden cabbage, but I think it's like pretty unlikely. Again, some tips for you here. Something AoE assist is really, really good since buffs don't matter at all. Magic attack, physical attack buff doesn't matter. You don't do any increased damage. It's just the fixed damage numbers above. So any damaging assist here helps for now. Speed up is of course really, really helpful. More skills, more basics just means more damage. Same with CDR. If you can spam your skills, it's really, really good. The team that I use most of the time exists of OG Vanir, Fast Chris, and Casual Leah. With that, we have a counter. We have 1 AoE skill and 2 AoE's ultis. Yes, I'm actually using Leah ulti 2 version 1 here. And I'm also using Chris ulti 1 version 1 for the slow for golden cabbages. There's also one more thing, sorry. Really, really light chance to actually spawn 5 gold cabbages, which is in theory pretty cool, but it's so hard to clear the wave without anyone running away. So you probably don't want that, but that's my team. Maybe feel free to copy paste it. You don't need to worry about heals or anything like that. They don't do much damage, but that's what I'm doing. Then, last but not least, we have Megu's Explosion Stroll. If you played this game for a while, you probably know the daily login where you do an explosion and choose one of the 4 options, or one of the 2 options, depending which login campaign you did. And for this one, we actually have 4 options. And you will get a random score. It doesn't matter which option you choose. You can choose freely, it doesn't matter. And you will get one of the following points. We start low with 60 points, that will give you 30 skip tickets. Then 71 points will give you 3 rainbow calyx. 80 points will give you 2 stamina beef. 90 points will give you 1 Nyamblet or Cadia relief for the global translation. 100 points will give you 100 quartz. And if you get the 120 points explosion, you actually get 300 quartz. So just another good way to actually get free quartz. With that, I actually forgot to say what you get for a cabbage hunt. In the cabbage hunt, you actually get cabbage beef, or meat, whatever you... cabbage food, that's the right one, sorry, to push your stamina. And you get 1 rare drop. It kind of depends on your score. You get actually rating from 1 to 10 stars, but to be honest, reaching 10 stars is like not hard, kind of like X Arena. And with the highest points, you probably get some B-stones, like aka some DNA. You can get Nyamblets, aka Cadia reliefs, or the rarest drop is 1 general shard. So these shards that you can use in every character to push them. It's just 1. And it's really rare, but you know, over time, just 10 shards is pretty decent, not gonna lie. And otherwise, B-stones and DNA are always really, really welcome. Cool, that was a lot of talking. Now I have one last big news that I want to share, and that is the bot is not running still, but we got some glimpse on what's coming the next month, and I want to share that with you. Here is the full list again. Join the unofficial Discord if you want to see them all. And we have it sorted into Banner, Event, Arena, X Arena, Shop, Login Bonus, Birthday, and Campaigns. Let's start big with the banners. First up, of course, tomorrow after the update, we have the Lolisa banner. aka Lolisa will be finally there. She will be pullable. With her, you get 1 4-star, 1 new 4-star, 1 new 3-star, and of course, 2 stars to pull. You get her 1 star for free for completing probably a new story chapter or something like that. Nothing too crazy. And of course, together with that, we get an event where you get another 3-star Lisa for free. Then we have the special set recruit, aka the same banner but with skill potions and 2k paid. We get Leah's birthday banner. We get Knight and Thief's friendship recruit. And for that, I'm switching to my JP version real quick to show off these units. As you can probably think about it, Knight and Thief, which combo could that be? That's right, it's Darkness and Chris. With that, we actually get our first OG2 units. And with OT2, I mean, they just look like normal characters. I think with Darkness, she actually get her life to D outfit without the armor, which is something, but like in battle, they just look the same. Skill-wise, Darkness is a solid slot 4 or 5 unit, I think. First up, she has a CDR skill, which is decent. Then an HP condition skill with a watt reduction skill, so if she comes in, your units are low, some reduction to help your team survive is pretty good, and if you get one more ulti in, that's good, but she's not like that crazy. The other one is of course Chris, and here you can really see it. It's just a normal outfit. Nothing special, you don't get any life to D avatars for her, no special battle outfit, it's just her. She actually has some pretty decent skills. First up, she has a speed boost skill. I'm not 100% sure again if it was AoE, a single target. And then we actually have a gacha skill and an AoE skill. And that just means frontline, they both sadly don't have place, since you probably want to use Cecily and Mal/Meru anyway, and then you need a big DPS unit, for example Yun or Fast Kazuma, whatever, or in the future when we get the Raygun called Misaka. That just makes them good slot 4 units. They actually battle each other. In one arena, you maybe want to use Chris. In the other arena, you maybe want to use Darkness. But then again, these are permanent units. So for all free-to-plays, I'm still recommending save for a second Ani. We come to that later. But if you're a Rail, of course, or Wife Collector, maybe pull for them. I'll talk about Lolisa in a second. Because they are both lightning units, of course, you get some lightning element banners. We get Mel's birthday, which is pretty good, because some people finally get the chance to get OG Mel if they don't have that. Then we get Blossom Spring Selection Recruit. So this is again one of these banners where you can select one unit, do a multi-unit banner, and just get units of this character. There are no limited units included there, but it's still pretty cool to get, I guess. Then we have Youthful School Life Part 3. So we get next school banner for all Union misses. There's a chance to get her. The 2 units in the new school banner are... First one is Rin. Let me show the artwork real quick. And Rin is actually pretty cool. First up, she has a tier 2 speed boost and a random skill. If you don't know what a random skill is, it just means this skill will trigger its damage 2 times, as you can see by the number 2 at the bottom left, and deal 168% damage to the enemy. So you have, in theory, 336% damage, if I did the math correctly, on one skill, which is pretty good. And again, tier 2 speed boost for the whole team just works really well. And second of all, we have a new Cielo. Let me show the artwork as well real quick. On a karaoke bar with Kazuma and Erika in the back. And with that, we actually have all 3 Axel Hart members now in school outfits. She has a light damage boost, tier 1 for your whole team, which is a really good buff, don't get me wrong. And then a heal over time with an HP condition for some pretty decent damage. My honest opinion, I think both are good, but not like crazy broken or anything like that. You probably use them once or twice, maybe even in the future you have an arena where you maybe use them, but again, still, even though they are limited, I would say skip them for FES. Okay, let's continue. Special set recruit for that. We get a rerun bundle for the 2022 school uniform characters. So again, all your Union missing, enjoy that. Blessing Spring Selection Recruit Part 2, so we get it actually 2 times apparently. And then we get a water featured recruit for our reason, because both of these units are actually light, not water, but okay. Events, again, we get the Succubus event, then we get the event for Chris and Darkness, and we get, of course, the event for the school banner. And by the way, the welfare for the school event is a 3-star school lust. So if you don't have his 4-star, you get his 3-star with that his life to D model for free, which is kind of funny. Some arenas, we have the Bloodfang, of course. Cool news about the units. I'm not going through every element here. Just look them up if you need. Most of them should be pretty easy. Flame Kraken, Fire Unit, Water Alligator, Electro for the Electro units, Deadly Poison Slime, probably Light, and Bloodfang, I think was... I don't remember. I don't remember his type, sorry. X Arena, we get Kraken EX, Troll Warrior EX, and Mega Giant Toad EX. Then we get some Blossom Spring punners for all the whales out there. We get some second cooldown punner packs up until September 1st. So they last actually a long time, pack 1 and 2. Update, we actually get another update on July 17th after that. I'm not sure what that means actually. Anyway, some login bonuses that they want to ignore besides the last one, because the last one is actually 2nd anniversary cooldown login bonus. Bloodfang was lighting arena, I think. Maybe it was just double lighting then, could be. But yeah, 2nd anniversary countdown login bonus up until July 28th. So this really makes me believe that beginning of August should be the 2nd anniversary. So for all you who are low on Quartz, you have 1 more month to get back up. But it's coming soonish, and probably just the way it was intentionally designed to be for a date. Last but not least, again, Leah's birthday and Mel's birthday are coming, and some double affinity points. Pretty good for people who need that. I want to save up. And yeah, that's it. With that, the last thing that I want to do and talk about is the tier list. If you haven't seen it already, I updated the tier list. So far, it was only in my not Google Sheet, but my ODS file, my Excel file. Here's the updated tier list again for this month with Lolisa in there. I put Lolisa in the S tier, I think it was, aka meta units on element. Again, if you don't know what Lolisa does, I can actually show it off real quick. First up, the artwork, gorgeous, really good. Second of all, AoE damage with HP condition, so it's actually pretty decent damage. And it gives a tier 1 fire damage boost to your whole team. And not only that, you also get a random hit, so 2 times damage, aka 288% damage, which is really good. And actually also pretty good for wave clear, worst case. Not only that, but it actually also heals herself a little bit. And last but not least, she has a basic that also heals herself, 115% damage. Really strong unit. And then for the ultis, we have her ulti 1, version 1, which buffs her physical, your team's physical attack, gives herself a tier 2 speed boost, and slows down the enemy. Her ulti 1, version 2, gives a physical and magical attack to your team. And I think it does something else. No, it doesn't slow. Yeah, it buffs your team. And last but not least, whoops, we have her ulti 2, which is fire damage with a high multiplier. That is a guaranteed crit, but in exchange for that, this ulti takes a little bit longer to charge, if I remember correctly. So yeah. Really strong ultis. You have a buffer with her all the time. If you don't need a buffer, you have a strong fire, aka on element ulti, to just deal insane damage. And with that, I think we've covered everything. Oh yeah, it was also a large party heal. Thank you. That was it. It heals your team as well, her ulti 1 version 2. So instead of the slow, you actually have a heal here for your team, which is of course also really good, because with that heal, she can actually also heal undead units, aka Vandir and Wiz, and that's just really good to have. Oh yeah, Bloodfang was Earth Wind. Sorry guys, that was the confusion. It's something special. This is actually another double weakness arena where the enemy's weak to both wind and earth. Thanks chat for helping me out here. Thank you. But yeah, that really should be it. That was a lot of information. I still hope you enjoyed it, and wish you all a nice day. Remember to like and subscribe, follow for more, and see you all in the next one. Bye bye.
このすば。
ありのままの私を見てほしい。
容赦しないんだから。
我が力食らうがいい。
観念してね。
ついてこれるかな。
甘いわ。
さあ勝負。
夢を叶えるまで私は負けない。観念してね。歌う準備はできてるよ。
やられっぱなしじゃダメだよね。
我が力有効に使うのだぞ。
ファイヤートルネード。
蹴散らしてくれるわ。
水のラプソディ。
これでも結構強いんだから。
一瞬の隙を作る。一瞬の隙を作る。
さあ勝負。
これでどうだ。
踊るように歌う準備はできてるよ。水のラプソディ。
これでも結構強いんだから。準備万端。いつでも大丈夫だよ。時には危ない橋も渡らないか。
ほらほらどうした。